someone who just like loved soccer since I was born. You know, at the womb, my father introduced me into soccer. Someone that grew up in Central America, I want to bring a little piece of home. My name is Ervin Vargas. I'm president of Defiance 1636. Defiance for us is the official supporter group for Rhode FC. We're the crazies behind the goal, and our mission is to just bring the atmosphere and the culture that these players and the team deserves. I wanted to do something a little bit different, especially around the area. It just drew me that fire to like, we need to have something better. No more cookie cutter, no more just nitty gritty. We're not cheerleaders, we're fans. Esto es la porra, you know, this is who we are.
We are here to help grow soccer in the grassroots in Rhode Island, but also making sure that we're there supporting the guys in amber and blue every game, bringing the noise, waving the flags, setting off the smoke, bringing the atmosphere.
It has a single mission to uplift the team, be the 12th man, and make sure that on game day they create the most exciting and electric atmosphere possible.
Every game, every watch party, everything this team does and every event or news around this club, the Defiance is there front and center.
When the team was being built out, many people have speculated that this wasn't going to work. We were never going to get the stadium. The team was going to fail, and the supporters were always rallied against them.
People didn't believe that soccer could make it here, and we're proving them wrong.
Sure enough, you know, we defied the odds. So Defiance to us is just we defy the odds. The atmosphere there is definitely ruthless, it's definitely aggressive, it's definitely not for everybody, that's for sure.
Game day is crazy, but also amazing at the same time. Everything from starting in the parking lots as we do our tailgate, to hearing the bandas start playing and they don't stop.
Game day is electric from the start. I know I keep using that word, but you know, the tailgate is always awesome. You got people playing music, you got people grilling.
They've got their own personal jersey, they've got bucket hats, they've got their own scarves.
Get up, get to the parking lot, kind of do a little prayer to yourself about, you know, good luck for the game, get people inside, help set up the banner. I think setting up the stadium is always the important thing of, you know, dressing your home, get everybody going and get everybody angry, get everybody like, you know, we're gonna win today, win or lose, we're gonna come back here and we're just gonna drink. So we're behind the goal. We're always at the south end. All it is just railings. There's no sitting in our section. You know, it's always 90-minute passion.
We want to be the loudest people around. We want you to hear where we are at.
We, you know, push the limits on everything. We're always popping smokes. We got awesome banners. When we go to away days, sometimes we're louder than the home supporters.
They give us energy for 90 minutes, and you know, they don't stop on the drums with the chants. And you know, whenever you're feeling tired, you know, you feel that the rhythm of the drums in your body, and it just, you know, pushes you to keep going and give every single thing.
Work 6 days a week, that one day, that Saturday for you to just let it all out. So that's the type of environment that we bring to the games.
It was a surprise because we started the season with all those ties, all those draws. We weren't getting the wins in bunches, and then I think once we started clicking, we knew we had a lot of talent in this squad.
Things looked a little bit bleak. It looked like, you know, we would maybe squeak into the playoff. But something clicked in these guys, you know, halfway through the season through some acquisitions, some player mentality, and some grit.
An epic save from Koke to deny McCartney.
Everybody was coming from different places, different cities, different even leagues. But after that time, we had a really good run in the second part of the year.
Going off in the summer, and they broke off, I think it was like a 8-game winning streak. There was no turning back, and I think just as the season kept building and building, our expectations got higher and higher.
A bit of space as well. He'll have a go from distance. Oh, what a goal!
Once we won in Vegas and then we got home, we started winning games. We put in a huge stretch for middle of the season to end the season. I think everybody knew from internally that it was bound to happen eventually. We were just kind of waiting on it.
We were off to the races. We had one of the best records in the second half. Our opponents couldn't quite figure out why we were doing what we were doing, and it's just faith in what head coach Connor Smith had in these players. I mean, it's a very talented crop of individuals.
So yes, at the beginning of the season, it would have been a shock. If you said we made the playoffs, I think we all would have been feeling great. But I mean, for us, it was championship or bust halfway through the season going on.
small group of people went. That was the first start of like the away days, traveling fans. I think a good 30 people went to that game.
We were excited to play them, and we knew that was the right team for us to play in our first playoff game because the expectations were high that we definitely could win that game.
We all knew in our heads, like, we got this one. This is a good game. You know, they were struggling to score.
They kind of struggled to score goals at times. We were hot, we were clicking, we were scoring goals.
When that first goal hit, it was like, boom, there we go.
Got it. Rhode Island on the board first in minute number 19.
And then the next one.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
We got it. This is it. We're winning.
It was the feeling that we all wanted. It was that joy of all this led up to something, and this is what it was.
We knew we were on the road, and we knew people, you know, didn't necessarily think that we were gonna do anything special, you know.
After that game, we maybe thought like, you know what, if we did that here, we can do everything.
It was amazing. I was at home for that one in the bar with the rest of the guys and gals, and we were cheering, singing like if we won the championship. And we're like, on to the next one, on to the next one. We were talking about planning already, going to the next one. It's like, time to plan to Kentucky.
So a lot of people said, hey, you had your chance with Indy. Congratulations, this is where your journey stops. For all intent and purpose, Louisville were the favored team to go the distance. They had a very remarkable run when it came to their point accumulation and getting the supporter shield. They were the first in the conference. No one thought we would do what we did against Louisville.
We took the 16-hour drive with drums. We rented a van, a 15-person passenger van. We left in Rhode Island at 9 p.m. at night, got to Louisville at 1 p.m.
Obviously, Louisville, you know, great stadium. They have good fans, you know, it's loud there. But one thing that really stood out to all of us was right when we came out, we saw our whole fan section in the yellow up in the corner with the drums being loud, chanting, and you know, it was just, you couldn't help but smile. And
it was crazy. They put us in the second balcony area where the acoustics was covered. They let us bring all of our drums.
From Dion, it's Williams barreling through. Williams scores!
Back here in Rhode Island and listening to the broadcast, and all you could hear in Louisville Stadium was our supporters' drums and our supporters chanting.
14,000, almost 15,000 fans in Louisville, just completely floored by this group of fans and this team of 11 that made Louisville not understand what was going to happen that day. Like, they forgot to play soccer on the day.
They just got it. We got up there and we just killed it in the stands. When they hit those three, I was already on my hands and knees like, thank you God, we freaking got this. We got this.
You know, we had played Charleston during the season, and it was a physical battle, so we knew it was going to be another one.
This was the culmination of everything, right? Because at that point, if we had the win, we had accomplished more than a lot of teams ever did, not only in their inaugural season, but just in the overall USL Championship. Like, we'd get the ticket to the main event.
I think outside of our locker room, everybody was not really expecting it. They're kind of counting us out, new team, especially the way we started. Everyone's like, okay, well, maybe they're not going to make it this far.
Traveling supporters were there in full force. La Banda showed up, 17-hour drive from Rhode Island. They did the same thing. We didn't sit for that game. We were standing, we were nervous. We're here. We want to win a championship. We want to win a cup. We have to go against these guys. They were a tough matchup.
They're all there. You can see it from the photos, from the videos, that we have hundreds of supporters showing up to the game. So credit to them.
It was pins and needles basically feeling, because you just didn't know how to feel throughout the night. Once the game kicked off and we scored,
Long throw in, flicked in front, it's in!
Kind of feel energy being brought into the stadium. I think we had more people than the fire marshal wanted in the building. They shut it down at one point, but we had the place rocking all night.
More supporters than ever showed up for that game. I can't even tell you the number. It was just complete electric in terms of the energy that the fans brought.
Here's Holstad leading the break. Noah Fuson, most assists in the championship this year, but how about a goal?
I think it was the same thing going through my mind before and after, and that was just to do whatever I could to help the team win, and in that scenario, it happened to be scoring a goal.
And once that final whistle blew and we were crowned the champions of the Eastern Conference.
Rhode Island, in their inaugural season, are going to the USL Championship Final.
I don't think I've heard a louder scream from a group of people than we did that night.
The way we started the season, it was almost like we would not have thought that would have happened. The run we went on and reaching that, just to get that Eastern Conference Championship in the first season, I think was like really a Cinderella story. And
I cried as soon as that final whistle was blown. I didn't realize how much emotion had been stored up because I was so locked in, so invested in seeing how this team would do. And I was just sitting there just crying. The ownership, the players came over like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just so happy right now."
Once that I heard the referee whistle the final, I went down to the ground. It was really special because at the end of the day, you only have one first year. So that was really special.
Man, that was great. I think when the whistle blew and we were Eastern Conference champions, I can relive that memory over and over and over again. And the fact that they came up and gave us the trophy as supporters, it meant a lot for us, you know, getting to hold the championship just like the players.
The emotions don't get much higher than that, you know. It's the first year as a team. We started the year off as strangers, and to be in the biggest game in the USL was an unreal surge of emotions. And to see all of your brothers around you who fought so hard all year, the fans who backed us all year, you know, to be there in that moment, it was really emotional.
Defiance showed up the strongest I've ever seen them. Back home, I heard there was thousands of people at all the bars, really just suddenly coming alive and rooting for this team to succeed.
It was fun, man. It was the finals. It was magical, man. In the streets, we brought out our strapos, you know, we brought out all the banners that we had and just sang our hearts out. You know, it wasn't the result we wanted, but you can hear it. You can replay that matchup. We never stopped.
It was a tough game, and we were down 2 at halftime, but we always felt like we could score 3. With the players that we had, with the support that we had.
Even after the whistle blew and they were champions, forget about it. Raise your scarves, we kept playing. That's the important thing about this group. They never stopped loving their team.
Still proud of them. No, it wasn't the result we wanted, but just very proud of the journey the team took us on to get to that point.
Sure, we wish we had the win, but no one, I think, comes back now and is upset about it. For us, it's that fuel, it's that mentality. We're gonna run it back this season. We're gonna go and get that cup, and we're gonna do it here at Centerville Bank Stadium.
I mean, all year, whether it was a loss, a tie, or a win, to know that they had our backs and they were going to keep showing up, seeing all the unwavering support that we have from them, seeing all the people that traveled, friends, family, it was awesome.
I cannot say anything more than thank you. I know that they show everything that they have every single game. It doesn't matter if it's at home and away. They are our heart in so many moments, and yeah, thank you so much.
Rhode Island FC is home. Rhode Island FC is passion and dedication and energy.
I remember each unique moment that I met each of these individuals. Now I have a family that's over 400 strong. I know that if I ever need anything, they're all a hop, skip, and a jump away for helping me.
A group of people that I've met that I probably never would have met elsewhere, just from the supporters club, from going to matches. It's like having another family.
Rhode Island means everything to me. Rhode Island FC means everything to me. You know, I put in a lot of work as president, and you know, it's never for me. It's always about the fans and always giving them what they deserve as supporters. You know, in Rhode Island, there's many colleges that they support. You know, not many people went to college, so they couldn't support those college teams. Now they have something to support that represents Rhode Island. This means a lot to me, a lot to the people, a lot to the community. It just means a lot to soccer fans in general as well. We are a proper club, and we're here to stay.